What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news video on March 29th, 2024, where I'm going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the Wrestle Talk article. And make sure to watch it till the very end because the wrestling news just won't stop here on the SNA channel. Yeah, that's correct. And we're going to start off on today's wrestling news video. Becky Lynch blast Rhea Ripley on the viral stink face spot. I when they're saying it effing sucks. Well, on Twitter and Reddit would say otherwise. But anyways, look, I also want to say, like, in case again, in case I don't make a wrestling news video tomorrow on Easter Sunday, I want to wish you all a happy and wonderful Easter. But yeah, but back to the video. But yeah, it says the man Becky Lynch has slammed Rhea Ripley for her viral stink face spot at a recent live event during a three-way match with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. And on March 23rd, the WWE Women's World Champion pulled out the Rikishi playbook by stink facing Nia Jax, and this moment would then go viral over that weekend, even drawing response from CM Punk and Rhea Ripley's own fiance, Buddy Matthews. While it seemed it only grow Ripley's popularity, one top star was less than impressed by the spot. None other. Speaking with WrestlingNews.co, Becky Lynch explained why she wasn't a fan of Ripley using the spot, stating that it sends a bad message to the younger female audience. Then she explained, just that just sucks. That we're talking about that. Like when I think of the amount of women that were at one stage fighting against that treatment, like that was what they were forced to do in 2 minute matches. I said minutes rather than in matches. I get the plural in the match, but not minute. But anyways, let me rephrase that. Let me not rephrase that. I already did. What I meant to say is, let me continue of reading this. Maybe I'm just like stuffy and jaded, but because this is the stuff that I had to fight against. Of course, everybody loves it, like, and it's cool and it's edgy. But if I'm a little girl sitting in the crowd, and if I have my daughter, and she's seeing that, and she's thinking that that's what she needs to be if she's a professional wrestler, and that's the stuff that's getting a reaction. And if I'm a girl who's grown up, and if I see, oh well, like, that's the stuff about, and that's stuff that we're posting on social media, and we continue to, and even the company does and pushes that then for what I do in the ring. And for the person that I am, in how it looks, and it's about fulfilling a bunch of men's fantasies, fantasies out there in the crowd, and it becomes not about the art, and it becomes but about that. And then she continued, and I've fought like so long change that, and so I kind of go when I'm talking about that, and when I'm forced to answer about that, I I go that just effing sucks. That that just effing sucks. While it remains to be seen whether Becky Lynch will be celebrated, will celebrating her seventh world title victory at WrestleMania. She has recently been celebrating the success of her debut, and then also Becky Lynch recently had some explanation explaining to do after sending a copy of her book to her husband Seth Rollins on screen time. And let me know in the comments down below about that. And also, what are your thoughts on Becky Lynch saying this spot sucked by the Eradicator when she still faced Nia Jackson last weekend? And do you think it did, and it was not a good role model to the younger female audience, or do you think that this is just all just a harmless, like all just a harmless, fun reaction or interaction, I should say, like with her having this spot, like which we rarely see, teach the young female, teach the young female fans that this is all right, and this is the only way that you're gonna get a highlight, which that's not the case. And that and you can do plenty of other, you can do desire to do and whatever you dream of doing, and you don't have to do stink faces on your opponents just to get some attention. That's almost worse than shaking it on the stage with a pole, like and making money doing that way, making money like that way. But yeah, enough about that. Back to the wrestling side of things. But do you agree with Becky Lynch? And this was very inappropriate for Ripley to do this move. Exactly overreacting. I agree with one thing about it. Like if the women's wrestlers like Rhea Ripley does not be careful, then the young female wrestling fans are gonna be thinking that's okay to do that more often. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if they decide to do that move, like I would recommend them doing it occasionally, right? Just, like do it on the fun, like for the fun side of things, if you know what I mean. But I wouldn't suggest do like as wanting to do that just because you want to grab the, I guess, the male fans' attention or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. But yeah, I would agree with some things what Becky Lynch is saying on that side of things. Maybe she got some bad attention because you should see what the people be saying on Reddit and Twitter, like in trending. Most of them are males that are talking about this on the social platforms. Like, I'm not sure if I should suggest Rhea Ripley nor Becky Lynch to check it out, but I'm just saying like what I've been hearing from sources and even seeing from myself when I heard it from sources. But let's move on to the next wrestling news, and let's talk about some Brandy Rhodes news now, as she reacts to her husband off the air. Let me rephrase that, even though it doesn't say steal, but I'm just saying it like on my version, and it'll make sense to say that because he was already attacking him like ever since they were backstage when Cody Rhodes and when Cody Rhodes was brawling with both Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. But anyways, Brandy Rhodes has now reacted to the Rock's footage showing following a confrontation during the March 25th episode of the show. The Rock ambushed Cody Rhodes backstage during the closing moments of the show, and while a parking lot, The Rock has since taken to social media to share share the footage of him continuing to whip Cody Rhodes with the weight belt after the live broadcast, while yelling, and we can watch the footage on like right down below. Like, some of y'all probably would say like, well, how many difference does it make? Because sometimes you say the exact same. Sometimes you say one of the exact same wrestling news that you talked about the day prior on the next day. But that's only like if there's a very few wrestling news stories to talk about. Like if they don't have that much stories on a certain wrestling article. But yeah, back to this news story. Brandy has now taken to Twitter to react to the new clip of The Rock attacking her husband, sharing Fightful's tweet calling The Rock's work an amazing. Brandy wrote, and that she wrote, I should say, and then also adding on to the caption saying, "By the standards, I too can be pretty damn amazing. Just hand me a belt. Just hand me a belt." That's what she said. Cody Rhodes and The Rock will have a chance to face off on WrestleMania 40 battle The Rock and his cousin, the current undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. In the not one main event, if Rhodes and Rollins win for Roman Reigns' championship on WrestleMania Night 2 on that Sunday. If The Rock and Roman Reigns wins, however, then it will be a bloodline rules. The title match will be under bloodline rules. And here's the post from Brandy Rhodes after The Rock done not done, but when they were off the air, when The Rock was continuing to beat her poor, vulnerable, bloody husband. And what are your thoughts on Brandy Rhodes' tweet after seeing this from a video, like when Monday Night Raw went off the air with the Rock still beating him to death and saying, "You think it's over when we go off the air?" Like, no, that's bullshit, honey, iced tea. Like F that. Like, I don't say. I mean, no one doesn't say it's over until I say so, and this is where he continued to do until he was done on his own terms. And Seth Rollins and Jey Uso try to come in there gone from the Allstate Arena. But yeah. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts, and do you think The Rock will see this and he will react or respond to this? Respond to this post from his to his future opponent's wife, or one of his future opponent's wife, because both him and Rollins is married. He's married to Brandy, while Seth Rollins is married to Becky. So I should make it more specific, saying the guy that he calls Cody Crybaby. Like, do you think he's gonna react to his wife's post on this matter? Let me know, about that down below. But next up, we got some Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi news now is they comment on WrestleMania 40 match. WWE stars Jade Cargill and Naomi and Bianca Belair have commented ahead of them teaming together at WrestleMania 40. Cargill made her first appearance as an official SmackDown star on yesterday's edition of the Blue Brand on March 29th, where she introduced herself as the newest AEW stars. Night didn't end here with Cargill making the save after the Kabuki Warriors in Dakota Kai attacked Belair and Naomi. It was later confirmed that in Cargill's first WrestleMania match, she will team with Naomi and Belair to face Kairi Sane and Asuka. Naomi has now taken to Twitter to question whether Damage Control is ready for this trio, writing, "Damage Control, can you weather the storm?" Like, ha 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 ha. SmackDown, SmackDown's Jay Cargill and SmackDown's Jay Cargill. Jay Cargill tweeted Naomi's post on the caption with with her face emoji and the lightning bolt and the tornado emoji. With also Cargill went on to open up about her upcoming WrestleMania debut, writing, "Life is amazing right now. I'm going to my first WrestleMania at the alongside these powerful queens, Bianca Belair and Naomi. It gets no better than that. Blessed time to kick some butt and show up." Or show out, not show up, show out. Get ready to head over to Mania to kick some butt and show out. And then, and yeah, she ended it by saying, like y'all, I'm going to my first WrestleMania at that I'm performing. It just hit me. Life is crazy. And Bianca Belair shared a photo of of the trio pointing at the WrestleMania sign. Ca- uh, she captioned her post with the finger turning to the right, like at the hashtag Wrestle Rest ESTO Mania. I guess you shall I say Rest EST Mania. Rest 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 ESTO Mania. Rest ESTO Mania. If that makes sense, of course. Well, I said it correctly. But anyways, after signing with WWE in September 2023, Cargill made her WWE in-ring debut during the January's uh, Royal Rumble match, during which she contributed to the eliminations of Nia Jax and Becky Lynch, being the first ever woman to do so by herself by eliminating the Irresistible Force in a women's Rumble match, at least, because I believe Randy Orton eliminated. But let's continue to talk. Like with and her new partner Naomi, at the time, but Cargill recently recalled the backstage reaction within AEW following news that she was making the jump. Tweets from the Storm of TBS champion, but you can see it right here on top in the middle, what she wrote, what I just read. And then there's Bianca Belair. So something pointing at the sign, which it shows, yeah, like I said, like and she even had the caption of a hand emoji pointing at the WrestleMania word. And do you think that they'll be successful when they fight Damage Control? Most specifically, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, not Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. Because obviously, Io Sky maybe to work out in a one match, so I don't think that's gonna happen. Sorry about that. I was trying to get rid of a notification, but anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, Bailey's gonna fight her in a one-on-one match for the WWE Women's Championship, and let me know in the comments on who's your predictions on. As much as I like, if the Kabuki Warriors were defending their women's tag team championships, I would say they would retain for many reasons. I would name two of them because it's kind of obvious. Like, because one, to have more of a lengthier reign, and they just won the titles like months ago. And also, two, like, give Asuka her moment of finally winning WrestleMania, which she should have already won her first one, like when she made her debut in the main roster back in 2017 going on 2018 when she won the first ever women's Royal Rumble match in WWE history. And then perhaps they shouldn't have had her streak being broken by someone like Charlotte Flair. Perhaps, yeah. Like, I wouldn't have mind having her streak being broken even to Carmella, even though it would have been the most randomest thing to do in all of WWE or even sports entertainment slash professional wrestling, if you want to consider it to be overall. But anyways, yeah, let me know and then yeah, tell me about how you're hyped about this match and how you're hyped about WrestleMania genuinely as well. So yeah, please leave your comments below and let me know what you think about that. Like, which that's very crazy. Like, it was just like, I don't know, like about 3 months ago, like when it would fight who for a championship, which I thought it would be Becky and CM Punk, Bayley, which some say was going to be Bayley, and I'm not sure if it was. And I knew that even if she did win the Royal Rumble, she's definitely not going to pick Rhea Ripley for multiple reasons, obviously, which I already named before. But we're going to see if Cody and Bayley can finally become the new champions in the men's and women's division, respectively, on the SmackDown brand. But in the meantime, let's keep fingers crossed and hope that'll be the predetermined finish. But anyways, let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got AEW star reacts to real life brother joining WWE faction. AEW star Rush has shared his reaction to his real life brother and real life brother joining a WWE faction during the week's episode of SmackDown. During Friday's show, Rey Mysterio confronted Santos Escobar team match at WrestleMania 40. When asked who his tag team partner would be, Mysterio announced that he'll team with the newest member of the Black World Order, the faction, Dragon Lee. Rush, the leader of La Faction, like in Goldberg enabled in AEW, like has now taken to Instagram to send following him becoming an official member of the LWO. Sharing Dragon Lee's tweet, like sharing photos of himself with his new stablemates, like Rush wrote with a clapping emoji and a fist bump emoji, saying, "Very proud of you, brother." Dragon Lee has been an ally to Rey Mysterio for a while, with Luchador like officially joined with the Luchador officially joining SmackDown in October 2023. After a number of main roster appearances, another big match was confirmed for WrestleMania 40 on SmackDown, with Jade Cargill set to team with Naomi and Bianca Belair to face off against Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai at next weekend's event. You can read more about the event that led to this match being made, like on another article, like perhaps on the next one, for the latest updates on the news stories on WrestleMania 40 as well. But here's the official. Here's Ruse's official social media page with him posting this with his brother joining the Latino World Order faction on the Blue brand of Friday Night SmackDown. And what are your thoughts on on that, like on his reaction of being absolutely proud of his little brother of getting some highlights in his career. Now that he's fully officially part of the Latino World Order, which I thought he already been a Latino World Order member, but I guess I was sort of mistaken in a way. But at least I know now, and he's finally officially a member of the Latino group. But let me know in the comments down below on what's your opinion onto this matter. Do you think it was a good move by do you think it was a good move by Rey Mysterio to choose him instead of somebody else to face Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar? Let me know about that as well in the comments below. With it's going to be the two luchadors taking on the two maskless self-proclaimed Latino heats, which I'm not sure if there are any of the Latino heat, and I kind of agree with Plana in a way. Like, I don't think neither of these guys could be the next Eddie Guerrero, even though they look kind of similar in a way with him. But that's the only far they're going to get is to be in the similarity side of things rather than be exactly like the former WWE champion and Latino in the Latino Heat, the original Latino Heat. Let me rephrase that. But yeah, hopefully this will be a very great match. And even though they should have put this feud to the rest, like with Dominic Mysterio fighting him last year, and Rey Mysterio finally gave his son what he deserved, a good old butt whooping. And I thought he would get the picture after that, but it seems like he haven't done so. Like, and he's still trying to get his hands on him even more, like trying to continue to antagonize and make his life a living hell, which didn't make no sense whatsoever. But if that does not make any sense. And I thought, and plus they teach something with Andrade, but it seems like he's probably going to join the Judgment Day and perhaps even replace Damian Priest, which I'm not sure if that would be a good idea. I think it would have been better for the Andrade to fight what's his name, Dominic Mysterio, and they could have done like a stipulation, like if Dominic Mysterio wins, then he had to join the Judgment Day. But if Andrade wins, then Dominic must leave the Judgment Day and join his new group that he's putting on. New faction, not group, more likely a faction. Like he's gonna add him to his future faction on who's gonna be qualified in it. Like, and it could be anybody that's a Latino star or a Latino Latina. It could be a female, like it could be Zelina Vega, it could be Vice, it could be look at Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro. Like if they turn on Mysterio and then join Andrade's group, or anybody that could join him, that could be like some kind of a big Latino or even luchador kind of fact, more likely Latino and Latina kind of faction, like a faction with Latina members. But let me know in the comments below if you agree with me on this or not, and also let me know what your thoughts on to Dragon Lee being Rey Mysterio's partner in this big tag team match. Not the biggest, like considering that we got the 6-pack ladder tag match and the night one's main event between The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. With Becky Lynch addresses sending Drew McIntyre a copy of her book, which we're finally going to talk about right here, right now. WWE star Becky Lynch has explained why she sent a copy to her book to her husband's WrestleMania 40 opponent, firing shots at Drew McIntyre. The Seth Rollins is before, and firing shots at the Scottish Warrior. I should rephrase that. With Drew McIntyre set to challenge for Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40. McIntyre has been finding any opportunity to take a shot at Rollins online ahead of the event. McIntyre recently took it to Twitter to taunt Seth Rollins after Becky Lynch sent him a copy of her new memoir, Becky Lynch, The Man Not Your Average Girl. Lynch has now addressed this, explaining why she sent her husband's rival a copy of her book. Firing some shots at her own Becky Lynch said, "Oh, I sent that to him so he know what a good wrestling biography looks like. Not that anyone even knows he wrote one." McIntyre's a chosen destiny, my story, was released in April 2021. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, it did. I remember hearing that he wrote a book, which it's called Destiny, My Story. I forgot that he did write a memoir of his own, but anyway, back to the review video. While Lynch has recently been celebrating the release of her book, the popular star has also been preparing for her own match at WrestleMania. And Becky Lynch is set to challenge for the women's version of the World Heavyweight Champion, uh, which is the current champion Rhea Ripley that she challenged for that title between that April 7th or April 6th, April 7th. Rollins has two matches scheduled for WrestleMania, with the World Heavyweight Champion set to team with Cody Rhodes to face off against Roman Reigns and The Rock ahead of his title defense against Drew McIntyre. For the first, for the latest update, what's it for it's four, not first. It's a O, not a I, and it does not have an ST in it, only a FR. But anyway, for the latest updates and news stories on WWE WrestleMania 40, you could just go on to click on the link for the more updates on WrestleMania. But for now, here's the tweet right here from Drew McIntyre, sending a on his Twitter, that he tweeted this image of Becky Lynch sending him a copy of her book, and Becky Lynch reaction and her reply to this down in the bottom. And what are your thoughts on Becky Lynch taking a shot at Drew McIntyre of what truly is a what's that what she said? She saw what she said, send him send that to him to send a message on what true wrestling wrestling biography really means. And then which she took a shot at him in his book, in 2021 that he released, which is called my Destiny, My Story, which I believe that's what's called. But what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments down below. But let's move on to the next wrestling news, and that is we got the more news about The Rock and his in his attack on Cody Rhodes. More news, wrestling news stories on the matter of him attacking Cody, even after when Raw went off the air back on the March 25th edition of the show, with him saying your script, F that, The Rock break off air. I should rephrase myself. The Rock has shared a video revealing what happened between him and Cody Rhodes, like after Monday's March 25th edition of the Red Brand. After confronting Cody Rhodes during Raw's show, The Rock attacked the American Nightmare in the closing moments of the episode, and the show went off the air like with the final boss standing over a bloody Cody Rhodes in the parking lot. The Rock has taken to Instagram to share a video showing that the beatdown continued after the live broadcast ended. In the video, which you can watch below, The Rock continues to whip Rhodes with the weight belt, while shouting at the producers by saying, what just because the show is over, that doesn't mean that the sugar honey iced tea stops. Like the Rock doesn't give a F. Show is over and then it stops. F that. Your script, F that. The Rock shared the post with a lengthy caption, commenting on bullshit honey iced tea rules, and no, it's no rules with a bull drinking a very nice and ice cold bottle of, I mean not bottle, nice and ice cold cup of iced tea that have sugar and honey in it. It's just initials for the swear words, obviously, and also he didn't mean like he's going to be serving Cody Rhodes some sugar honey iced tea after beating him in a bloody pulp, which that would be kind of generous, like after being so harsh to the poor wrestler, I should say, yeah. But anyway, this is where The Rock then continued. I mean, not continued. No, he wrote the caption on this post of the video of his continuous beating after show. He wrote he typed, I hate constraints and bullshit honey iced tea rules, and just because some WWE producer says clear, like meaning we are no longer live on the air and the show is over, that doesn't mean I just stop. Whether I'm doing and tell everyone great job, it effing pissed me off. I can't as we're done, but this is a micro a micro a micro a micro micro microcosm of a larger issue I have with individuals, like corporations and governments, telling us what we can or can't do. You have to do it this way, or you have to say it that way, or you'll get canceled. Like they create fear if you have a different perspective and don't live by their rules. It's their way or no way. And before I continue, I want to say, first of all, I know I already read this and I showed this before, but I bet most of y'all SNA fans would not mind this at all, where I show you this again for the final time of this week of me talking about what exactly went down after Monday, even Monday Night Raw went off the air with him continuing to do his beating on Cody Rhodes. And yeah, secondly, I'm just trying to add some kind of entertaining, add some entertaining, try to bring in some entertaining prestige of of my videos, so it could be more watchable and less boring. And then I show you what's what's going down on my phone, like whether if it's posted or images that wrestlers they tweet or post on social media, like what if it's a video or image, just to make it more interesting and try to talk more fast about it so y'all can understand what exactly I'm talking about in the wrestling news. Like, yeah, The Rock then, yeah, also added, F that, I say it the way I want to say it. Like, I don't do it the way I want to do it. My choice, our choice, final boss. The Rock will return to the ring at WWE WrestleMania 40 Saturday, when he will team with Roman Reigns to face off against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. If The Rock and Roman Reigns win, then Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE Universal title match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania Night 240 will be will be contested under Bloodline rules. Like, stay up to date with the latest updates and news about WrestleMania 40. And here's the I know y'all watched this just yesterday, but I thought I might do it anyways. Y'all still be entertained by this.
Fuck that! Fuck that! You shut your mouth. Clear my ass. How did that feel? Did that feel good? What, just because the show's over, that doesn't mean that this shit stops. The Rock doesn't give a fuck. You should cry. You should cry, boy. Look at that blood. Now, look at this blood. Yes.
Poor Cody.
Yes. What? The show is over and then it stops? Fuck that.
I'm all laughing at Cody, just saying. It's just the way he's speaking like this. It just makes it work, especially if it's profanity words.
Come in here, cameraman. Look at that face. No. Mama Rose. Mama Rose. This is for you. That's for you. I'll see you at WrestleMania. Fuck him.
What are your thoughts onto this video? And let me know in the comments below. Are you're liking this little like, yeah, I guess you could say a little bonus that I just added onto today's wrestling news video. And even though I already done this yesterday, hopefully I didn't drive you crazy of talking about this again. Like, but yeah, let me know in the comments below if I did or if I didn't, and if I just made your day of continuing to talk about this. Which I'll say this is the funniest one, and I'll say I think I'm kind of cheating, like, for saying this, but already I'm gonna give this is my favorite wrestling news of today's video, because yesterday I think it was something else. I'm not sure what it was exactly. But let me know in the comments. I need to rewatch the video to see which one was my favorite out of the yesterday's wrestling news video. But for today, I'm already saying this is definitely my favorite wrestling news of the day. And do you agree with The Rock saying, like, you should not listen to somebody else's rules, because that's gonna kill the vibes that you have and has been, and kill your and do you think it's gonna kill the whatever momentum that you have, like, in confidentials and credibility that you have to offer, and when it comes to you trying to be a professional, like, in your own way, like whether if it's being in office, like trying to be president, or running for governor, or any other sports, or or any other sports professions besides wrestling, like whether it's baseball, football, basketball, soccer, rugby, you name it, all, or even hockey, or trying to be an actor, or trying to be a rapper, a singer, or dancer, or or even a gymnastics, or even like, or what are other things that, or even be a instrument player, like what if it's playing the tuba, the piano, the drums, the cymbals, or even though that's barely an instrument, but yeah, you can still count as like if you're trying to be like part of a marching band for a parade, or even for or even trying to be a part of a band, and like what if it's rock and roll or pop or whatever band it is, like, or whatever profession you want to do. Yeah, you should not at least most of the like most I'll say you should not listen to at least like most of the things the Rock said, except for when like, especially okay, unless if it's like trying to stay in the rules, trying to stay. I mean, not rules, trying to stay in in routine, I should say. So you won't. So everything won't be a balance. Like if you know what I mean. Like if you're trying to do stuff in orderly and not in a reckless and irresponsible manner. If you know what I mean. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments down below on what your thoughts onto this. All right, and don't get me wrong, like there's rules for a reason, so everything can be on schedule, and everything that in case if you don't know what to do. Like for an example, like when you're doing a movie set, like how you know what's gonna be on the roll unless you're the one that created the movie, like with the script and like with the script and what to say and when to say it and what kind of reaction you're supposed to be doing on set and what the cameraman should be pointing the camera at, like in what angle, what side, and how's the audio supposed to be, and what's the music supposed to be playing in the background and the soundtrack of the movie, or and whatever else that is supposed to be happening on the film while doing on the film, I should say. Like that's how you're supposed to have, and especially when you're supposed to do it on a certain times, like whether if you have time for it or just to be on routine, so you can so you won't mess up and you don't know what to do. But when that's why they have rehearsals for like beforehand before you go on set and start making the movie. Like so they can practice like your lines and what to say and when to say it and remember everything on the scenes of the movie, like from the beginning to the end. That and yeah, and that's why it's very important to have rules, like so you can be have everything in order and have everything balanced in and out. Yeah, in a very fairful manner. That's why it's important to have rules and also for like and even rules like when you have a curfew as a kid, like when you're supposed to when you go out, like you're supposed to be in like when you go out, like the appropriate times, like from I don't know, like perhaps 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. like so there can be so like especially if it's a kid that has especially if it's a young kid like who have school in the morning, like in the next day at during the weekdays. Yeah, like what if it's elementary or even middle or high school age, like they have a curfew for like until 11, like so they can have enough sleep have enough time to go to sleep and sleep so they won't so so they won't oversleep or be too tired when they even get up early in the morning, so they can get ready to go to the schoolhouse and learn education. and there won't be no consequences when they follow the rules, because and yeah, if you don't follow the rules, then you're going to be feeling the aftermath effects of consequences. So yeah, but yeah, I'm sorry I keep I'm making this like a school equation, but yeah, I'm just saying, like in general, like it's important to have rules. But I guess like for the Rock's world, like there's no rules in his book when he's on the stage on WWE television, because yeah, obviously playing the heel, yeah, of course. He might be right on a couple things about the government, like of them trying to make rules for and stipulations and drawing strings attached to rewards, like just because they want to have their way on into this country of doing whatever that's on their head, which you shouldn't listen to most of the things, because most of those things are usually like in comparison to other things that's outside of wrestling projects, like of saying what's the difference of important rules and unimportant rules in rules. But let me know in the comments below on if you think Cody Rhodes is gonna get his redemption either this coming Raw or even at WrestleMania, instead of getting his full revenge on the final boss and the tribal chief at at uh at next week's showcase event. And do you think it's successful at night one, or do you think it's gonna be the Rock and Roll? Let me know in the comments down below. And yet, and yesterday's been reported like by Paul Heyman that it was all Roman Reigns' orders for him to come out there and send him an early message of saying he's going to make him at this weekend's next weekend's, not this weekend. This is this weekend, like Saturday and tomorrow Sunday, like at next week's showcase event, I should say. Yeah. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. We got next up, we got WWE star comments on big upset, win a big upset win over former world champions. A WWE star has commented on a new big upset win over a pair of former world champions, like on this week's episode of SmackDown. March 29th, and then on the in the pin in the pin penul the penultimate edition of WWE SmackDown before WrestleMania 40. Two stars who are without a place on the card for the show of shows made a major statement in a tag team match that many would have written off as a foregone conclusion beforehand. Pretty deadly, faced off against the team of Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Despite being opponents at WrestleMania 40, both contesting Logan Paul for for the WWE United States Championship, United States Championship. Owens and Orton have shown that they're largely on the same page, like heading into that match. Like, while that was the case in their bout with Kit Wilson and Elton Prince, they could not account for Paul interfering and using the brass knuckles to take out Owens, allowing Pretty Deadly to pick up the shocking win. In an interview with Byron Saxton afterwards, the team labeled The team labeled the win their WrestleMania moment. However, they weren't done here, or they weren't done there. I mean, however, they weren't done there. Soaking in their achievement, like further on Twitter, Kit Wilson retweeted previously mentioned interview along with with an assessment like of how they stand up against WWE veterans like Orton and Owens. He tweeted, or Wilson tweeted most specifically, Pretty Deadly 1, RKO and KO 0. Elsewhere on SmackDown, former AEW star Jade Cargill finally made her first appearance as an official member of the SmackDown roster, and it would take it wouldn't take long for the former TBS champion to get involved in one of the brand's premier angles, like as she assisted two of SmackDown's top stars in the fight against their rivals. This then led to the announcement of a big debut WWE WrestleMania match for Jade Cargill. But here's the post right here by Kit Wilson, bragging that they just beat two veteran and former WWE champions, and play the video right here. Here you go.
Elton Prince, Kit Wilson, I know you guys are a little beat up, but congratulations are in order. The biggest win of your tag team careers, earning a victory over Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
Well, I mean, where do we start? I guess maybe like, hey, some victory cake? Thank you very much. And what did we make these today? What did we make these cupcakes with the tears of Randy Orton fans? Yeah. I baked these cupcakes with the sweat of Kevin Owens' back as I beat him clean.
I'm thinking perhaps you should save a piece of that cake for Logan Paul because he did play a huge role in assisting you with that win.
Oh, this guy. You know what? Today of all days, I will not listen to your negative little attitude. Do you think you're big? Do you coming in trying to spoil it, trying to take it? This is positive vibes. Look, WrestleMania was so big, it couldn't be contained to one night. It made two. But now, WrestleMania is so big, it can't be contained to 2 nights because, boom, we got our WrestleMania moment tonight. WrestleMania moment. Did you see it?
We all
WrestleMania 2 weeks before WrestleMania. Do you know what I call that? Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. And how many people have done that? Not many. We're up there.
Do you mind if I?
Randy Orton.
Thanks.
Yes, boy. None for you. None of your negative little attitude. We just beat Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Careful. Be careful. Yes, boy.
Thanks, boys.
What are your thoughts on this interview and them celebrating this by eating their cake? You finally had their cake, I guess you could say, like literally, and much less than what's that figuratively. But unfortunately, asking negative questions. Question them in a negative way, I guess you could say. And yeah, what are your thoughts on this shocking win by Pretty Deadly? Look, like predictable in an opposite way, where you would expect it would be Kevin Owens and Randy Orton would have gotten the victory. And then we could see them trying to chase after Logan Paul because he's been bringing them nothing but trouble. And he also got the belt that they're looking for. Like since Logan Paul cost Randy Orton his chances of being the World Heavyweight Champion after he didn't successfully beat Roman Reigns for his championship. Now that his best friend's going after him for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship now at Night 2's main event WrestleMania, whether if it's a bloodline free or bloodline rules match. But anyways, but yeah, let me know in the comments below. Do you think that Pretty Deadly deserved to get a rare victory from Team RKO and KO, or do you think that it was or do you think it was not really necessary? Like, and it should have been Owens and Orton's night. But let me know either way in the comments down below. But I think some of y'all saying like maybe it's a long way coming for seeing Pretty Deadly rarely get a win unless if it was against the Brawling Brutes. But that was the last time they got a win, which was that towards near I believe that was like back at the end of last year, like in November, December of 2023. But no one haven't seen them really win any matches since then. So I guess they needed this win more than Orton and Owens because they pretty much beaten everybody they faced, including A-Town Down Under. And then the only person that they need to beat now at this point is none other than the social media megastar that's been bringing them nothing but hail. Like ever since Kevin Owens won the #1 contenders match in that tournament in the beginning of this year in January. And also when Randy Orton RKO'd and eliminated him out of the elimination chamber until he came back and knocked Orton out in order to make sure he doesn't win either. If he can win and go to WrestleMania is on his way of trying to become a double champion, then Orton doesn't either. And then that lead McIntyre is the winner of this match. But I thought he would have done it to Kevin Owens, even though even though it was very shockingly convincing that we could see Orton and Paul in a dream match at WrestleMania, but it's not going to be just the Viper. It's going to be the prize fighter at the St. Paul, which they haven't finished anything what they started with them because Paul only won and retained his championship because of a DQ finish where the referees noticed that Owens had brass knuckles in his hand when he knocked out Paul. But yeah, we're gonna see every single unfinished business that Logan Paul has created between the prize fighter and the Viper, from the last couple of months at the biggest, grandest stage of them all. And hopefully they put things to rest once and for all. Even if Logan Paul does retain, at least they finally finish what they started with the social media megastars started. Let me rephrase that. And also, and even if he does win, let's hope it'll be a great match at the same time. Even though I would have preferred a Owens or Orton win, of becoming the United States champion. Well, most likely Owens because he really needs to get back and stay relevant, even though he don't need a championship with Sami Zayn at Night 1's main event. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below on who you think is gonna win at the triple threat match between Owens and Orton and Paul. But let's move on and go to the one final news, and that is AEW Kenny Omega, as he addresses criticism about promo and storytelling skills. As AEW EVP, Kenny Omega has addressed criticisms surrounding his storytelling promo work on the mic, recalling previous rivalries. Omega made a new, not new. I said new. Where that even came from? Name. Omega made a name for himself as one of the best workers in pro wrestling during his time in New Japan Pro Wrestling. With Omega being one of AEW's top in-ring names following the promotion's launch in 2019, the cleaner has been at the forefront of many of the company's top storylines. Like speaking on a Twitch stream, or not just any Twitch stream, speaking on a Twitch live stream, like Omega addressed claims that he doesn't understand storytelling. Sending a clear message to his critics, Omega said, "Everyone's wondering, Kenny, why is Kenny so bad at promos? He doesn't have a promo game. Like he needs to cut promo that's all care about. Shut the F up. Jesus Christ. Like you're trying to talk about a guy who sold 55,000 cedars. Like with my storytelling, you're trying to tell me I don't know how to tell stories because I don't have a yelling promo voice. Yeah, you tell me, and then you're gonna say, "Oh well, The Rock sold more." Of course, he effing did. He's the GD Rock, and you know what? I'm not effing bad. Like myself, I try my best. I honestly through guys when I want to tell a story, and I have a way to tell it. I'll tell it in my ways. That's all there is to it. And maybe if something that I've done isn't exciting or my American style, like promos, just aren't doing it like for you. Well, I got news for you because I don't care. I don't care. It sucks. Hey, I I got out there feeling like, man, like what am I even doing out here? Why am I even wasting my GD time? And you can make of it like what you will. Like you can make of it like what you will. Say bad things, troll me, whatever, criticize it. Doesn't make a difference. Makes a difference to me. It really doesn't. So and you know like what you guys actually on me a little bit about the promo thing. Hey, it might even inspire me a little bit to care. So no. Promo slander is absolutely allowed. It's just like it. If you guys are gonna say, "Hey, I didn't like a promo," or you don't know how to cut how to cut promos. Number one, what's the purpose of a promo? Of course, it's to sell a match. And if you're wondering, and if you look at the records will indicate that I not have done my fair share of trying to sell matches my own way. I have a promo style in cadence and speech, and do I use buzzwords in the same way that other people do? Maybe no, maybe it's just my own thing. I don't know, but all I do know is that when the performance of the promo or the performance of speaking things on the success of a matchup or or a wrestling call, I'm gonna do what I can to make sure that I sell the card, and I feel like when I was champion in AEW, and geez, I that's going so far back. I felt like I did a real good job, and I'm not one to hang my hat on numbers, things like that. I don't wrestle like when he also continued, I don't wrestle for ratings. I want people to feel something when I perform, and if the people who are watching that are tuned in, like they care, and it's not just popcorn wrestling, or it's like, okay, I'm watching it for a second and then it's out of my mind, then I feel like I'm doing my duty as a professional wrestler, like spreading the message like of how powerful and how beautiful wrestling can be. And for the number during my run and segments to top over 1 million and to grow like even in moments when it was just wrestling. One of the things I was most proud of, I don't know when it was exactly, but I did a cold Iron Man match like against Pac where yeah, we had a story, but we just stated started with an R. Started the episode of Dynamite with a 30-minute Iron Man match, and that was kind of unpredict un un what's that preceded like unpresented preceded like at the point in time anyway, and I think we had like 1.1 million and I think we were floating around like like 859,000 at that time, so it was really nice to see that just good wrestling, and wrestling was drawing numbers in that day in that moment. So that's a match actually in my AEW tenure. It's a match like that I'm very very proud of because it was just watching, and people tuned in to watch the wrestling, and that was very nice feeling. Like, and in the same regard, like the storyline or the story that I was able to tell with Hangman Adam Page was a good combination of both. You know what you do outside of the ring, but then when you perform like what you perform in the way like what you need to perform, it when it came like time to blow off the thing. So I'm really proud of that stuff. So it's all good memories. It's all good memories, and hopefully if I can come back, then I'll able to create some more, and I hope I do it in a capacity with stuff that's fun, challenging, actually challenging might be the best way to put it. Like being challenged a lot. Kenny Omega has been out of action since being hospitalized with diverticulitis in December 2023. For the latest update on Kenny Omega's health, amid speculation about his return to AEW, which is in another story on this website. But what are your thoughts on Kenny Omega? Kenny Omega's comments on the fans criticizing him, not telling much in story perspective. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with him that the haters are just being too negative, and he does in detail stories and it don't just have to be in promos that he's should be some story in his recent feuds and even his feuds in the past. Like he can tell a story even when he's performing in the squared circle, like no matter who he's in the ring with, which he's an amazing talent, like in any wrestling company, whether if he was in New Japan or when he was in Ring of Honor or now in AEW. Like he still showed that, like even before he had this diverticulitis, that Omega can fight anybody and still have a very tremendous match. Like whether if it's a Chris Jericho, whether if it's a John Moxley, whether if it's a Will Ospreay, heck, even MJF a few months ago back in was it November? No, was it October? No, October, because before, like, I mean, it was like before I was him for Halloween, which I showed which I showed you guys on the Halloween edition of the SNA podcast, which was the Night 2 Halloween Havoc event special. When the Halloween Havoc special came on, and I was recapping it on my SNA podcast video. But let me know in the comments down below if you agree on that, and let me know when we're gonna see the cleaner back in AEW television. I hope it will be sooner rather than later, but yeah. But for now, let's keep hoping and sending him our best wishes, even if he is almost recover. I mean, he's close to recovering from the diverticulitis. Like, or even if he's still in the middle of it, yeah, still hope and wish and pray for him the best, and send our well wishes like at this unfortunate time for the cleaner, and hopefully he won't be out of action for long. But yes, sir, ma'am, that was your latest wildest wrestling news, stories, and rumors that you SNA fans need to know. And which one's your favorite? Mine, I said earlier, which was The Rock, like this and his off-screen rant, like him continuously beating down Cody Rhodes, and then continuing to beat down Cody Rhodes and cussing out the producers of saying like it's a wrap, like, and then we're cut. The Rock said, "F that, like you think I'm done? Like that doesn't mean this sugar honey iced tea is over." Which he's like hitting him with. He's like, and he said like, and this is what he said, like, cut my like. Excuse me. He said, "I think I'm gonna stop just because you say it's over." Like, no, like what he said exactly like this. He said, "Cut my ass." That's what he said. Yeah, that's what. Exactly. Obviously, he told everybody to f off and f them, like including Cody Rhodes. And then he gave, I believe, a warning to Cody Rhodes one more time before leaving. But yeah, let me know all about that. Where this is gonna lead up to next, and where it's gonna follow up, like on this coming Monday's Raw, on the WrestleMania edition of Monday Night Raw, which is also the Go Home edition, like which is gonna be the first episode of Raw, which is gonna be on April 1st. But yeah, again, yeah. Let me know if Cody Rhodes' mother, Michelle Rubio, is going to be there in attendance at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Like, and if she is, do you think The Rock's going to try to give her the belt earlier? Like, just so she won't have to wait until WrestleMania, and we could possibly see Cody Rhodes come out there saying leave my mother alone and leave her out of this, and this is where she's gonna start kicking his butt and start giving him a taste of his medicine from 7 days prior. I'm not sure if he can beat him in a bloody mess though, but I could see him trying to do that. But he's probably going to be ready for both him and Roman, regardless regardless of this tag team match in the match the following night. Whether if the following rules, the following match is going to be no bloodline match or a bloodline rules match, which we're going to figure that out in, exactly 7 nights from now when they go head to head in a tag team match in the main event of Night 1's WrestleMania on April 6th. But yeah, hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button and subscribe. Click the bell notification icon bell so you can be the first one to know when I upload my latest videos. And also make sure to check out my AEW Collision review video, where I'm going to be talking about what exactly went down on tonight's show, which we'll see the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland does his weekly open challenge on to whoever the mystery opponent could possibly be. Anybody step up first on the stage to make their presence known. And also, we're going to see a big 6-man tag match with Lance Archer and the Righteous taking on the 2 members of Blackpool Combat Club, Carlo Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson, teaming with Yori Shibata. And we also got Rosa taking on Lady Frost. We also got the other half of the tag team tournament match to see who's going to be in the finals at AEW Dynasty for the vacant AEW Tag Team Championships that Sting and Darby Allin vacated ever since Sting retired almost 4 weeks ago, I believe. Well, let me know who and that's we got the Infantry FTR taking on FTR. We also have Ricky Starks and Big Bill taking on Top Flight. And who's going to win those matches as well? Let me know in the comments down below. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your Saturday afternoon, and I'll see you next time with some more SNA content. Super Ninja Austin out of here, and y'all, and then in case if I don't see y'all on Easter Sunday, I want to wish y'all a happy Easter as well, and then continue enjoying yourself with these SNA videos and whatever that you do in tradition and Easter for y'all's entertainment. But yeah, either way, I wish y'all a very great Easter and a happy one as well. And yeah, bye.